Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing the weekly general reading for the sign of Gemini. This is going to be for September 1st to the 7th. And we are going to get right into it, Gemini. Pull out your 3 romance angel cards for the week. Heart-to-heart conversations. Alright, beautiful. We have very soon. And we also have let go of control issues, all right? So this is quite interesting, let go of control issues very soon, heart to heart. So there's multiple scenarios that could apply here, right? But before we get into it, let's get out your animal spirits, right? So your animal spirits may or may not be resonating with you this week. They may be representative of the people that you're dealing with this week. Gemini, just take what applies to you, what doesn't apply, you can go ahead and throw that away. All right, check out other readers, other readings, right? Don't forget to check out the other planetary placements in your natal chart. But for right now, we're going to look at the animal spirits that are walking with Gemini this week. Dolphin energy. So this is the great healing animal spirit, ultimate healing card in the deck. We have Owl, beautiful, bringing in abundance and blessings. And we have the Crow. Wow. All right, so really auspicious cards. We have 1 earth element and 2 air. The Dolphin, let's look at the Dolphin first. We're just going to briefly go over these animal spirits before we get your spreads out. The Dolphin is the highest card in the deck for healing. The Dolphin is a natural healer because the Dolphin is very empathic. This is water element. So the Dolphin really understands what is needed at which times for who in order for that particular individual to heal. Very sensitive creature, very empathic, beautiful energy. For those who are especially going through emotional trauma and healing from emotional trauma or healing from spiritual trauma. We have the Owl coming in. The Owl is in all cultures the harbinger of blessings, bounty, and fortune. So for some of you, you have a lot of money. This is blessings spiritually or in the realm of wealth. So it can also be both. But the other thing with the Owl is that the Owl harkens a great level of wisdom. So generally when the Owl comes in, not only do the blessings come in, but you have the wisdom to do the right thing with them. Now we have Crow energy. Crow energy is a little bit unusual. It's a little different than Owl energy. It's air, of course, but the Crow kind of governs the night. The Crow governs the occult. The things that are in the dark, the things that can't really be seen. The Crow represents a high level of spirituality and understanding of a lot of different theologies. The Crow is extremely creative and watchful. You can see the globe that he sits on with all the different colors to indicate creativity springing forth. These are the colors of creativity, green and yellow, and then that red passion. But it's long been a symbol of magic, the Crow. And so when this animal comes in, it just means that you may be presently drawn to the supernatural, to the occult, to the taboo. You may be noticing a heightened sense of spirituality, perhaps a heightened sensitivity to supernatural events, right? You may be able right now to do very easy meditations and things like that, right, to get you into that other kind of headspace. Excuse me. So these are 3 really auspicious cards, very beautiful, very powerful, on a healing level, on a blessings level, and certainly on a spiritual guide level. So let's pull out some spreads for you for this week, Gemini. Pull out about 6 to 8 spreads and take a quick look at a bunch of different scenarios, that you may resonate with this week. All right. Show me what's going on for our lovely Gemini, September 1st to the 7th. Show me. All right, guys, let's get right into it. We have 4 of Cups, Nine of Cups, wow. And Four of Wands. Interesting. So this certainly needs a heart-to-heart conversation, because let's just move this up a little bit so we can get a little bit better space and not be so cramped here. All right, so what are we essentially talking about here, right? So somebody's made an offer, a heart-to-heart offer there of love with that Four of Cups, but it hasn't necessarily been received the way you wanted it to be received, right? Now, this could be you, Gemini. Somebody has come to you. They may have offered you this cup of love, and you're just saying to yourself, nah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this brings. You know, you want to have a little bit more stability, right? There is a wish fulfillment you have, and it is for a strong and lasting relationship, interestingly enough. And that relationship is possible in your future. But the problem here, of course, is that this individual has to give you a bit more than just the empty cup. So the potential is all there. Your desire is there, right? But you need to have more of a heart-to-heart conversation with them. It can also be that what you require of them, they will eventually be bringing in. We have very soon, right? So you have to kind of let the situation unfold. Letting go of control issues indicates a need to let situations unfold, okay, in a very kind of natural way, right? And so even though you're not ready to take this person's cup of love, the potential is here with this Four of Wands. And so I think this week you have certainly the conversations that you need to have to kind of get this relationship where you want it to be. Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, and a Page of Pentacles. So some of you are dealing with a connection with someone who is who can be present as being a little bit toxic. This person may be presenting a little bit as a victim. They may be playing on your heartstrings, Gemini. This could be somebody that you're certainly in a love connection with, because we have Two of Cups. But the Eight of Swords is an individual who really is, they play the victim. They kind of blame the rest of the world for their problems. They have issues with boundaries. Their thinking is very restrictive and not that expansive. And some of you may be dealing with somebody like this in your love relationship. And it's really impacting you, because this week you may be starting a new job or a new stage in your career, right? And it's very fresh and it requires all of your attention. But right now it almost seems like you're involved with this person who's just like really taking a lot of your energy. All right. And it's interesting because with Dolphin and let go of control issues, it could be that you may be thinking you can heal this person or fix this person, but it may begin to become apparent this week, especially with Crow energy, in the sense that you're starting to pick up on other sort of messages, other sort of kind of energies coming in. You may be starting to see this scenario from a couple of different points of view, and from a couple of different sides. And so this week, I think you begin to maybe get this realization that you can't help this person, and you really need to be focusing on your career, your studies, or whatever this Page of Pentacles is bringing in that's really to do with you increasing your abundance. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, wow, and Knight of Wands, wow, okay. So certainly some of you are calling in a really strong partnership. This could be a love relationship, or it could also just be a partnership between simpatico souls. This could be music partners in art, two people who work on a business together. But the thing here is this prevalence of wands. You both have the same ambition. You're drawn to the same type of goals in life, right? And it's like there was a spark here between the two of you. You may have come together to a certain degree over an idea or over a project, right? You may be presenting here, Gemini, as Two of Wands. So you're taking the next step and moving forward to your goal. This goal that may have certainly sprung out of this Ace of Wands kind of bolt of inspiration. But you have this individual coming into you with Knight of Wands who you're going to kind of like connect with and have a great partnership, I believe. And they're going to bring a little bit of that momentum that you need and fresh energy that you need to this scenario as well. It's a very, very positive partnership. We have Hanged Man, Justice, and Two of Swords. So some of you are certainly coming out of a period of... coming out of a period where you've really kind of settled for less. You've put up with a lot. You haven't really worked very hard to get yourself out of this stage of life, but right now, something has happened. It could be that you've met somebody, a new job has come in, but there's been some kind of event that has happened this week. It could be a formal event, like the reading of a will or a document or a heritage or some kind of formality that has happened, and it's suddenly kind of woken you up, and you find yourself with these different choices all of a sudden this week, and you're really not sure what to do. How do you move forward here? You may be having two choices. You may be given two choices this week, and they just seem virtually impossible, right? This is almost like something has come out of the blue, right? And really like kind of turned your apple cart upside down, because you were quite happy over here, just hanging around, not really doing much, perhaps kind of living like a very easy life, you know what I mean? Not having to kind of strive for very much, right? Because Hanged Man isn't so much stuck energy, it's just very kind of uninspired, right, to move. And so this week this comes in, and now you're forced to make this crazy decision you're finding very, very difficult. But this is an impetus to get you out of a situation where you've just been kind of languishing. And so in the end, this is a very, very positive scenario coming through. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and Ace of Swords. Some of you are certainly coming out of a long period of sort of taking a lot of hits, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of knocks to your ego. You've really been knocked down the peg, right? Ten of Swords and Three of Pentacles. It's almost like Ten of Swords is like that actor. He keeps going out, and each time, you know, he doesn't get the part, but he learns, and he gets better and better, and eventually he comes out of this period of really like banging his head up against the wall. He comes out of this period of a lot of difficulties and kind of knocks to his ego, but he comes out of it evolved and with a higher vibrating ego, a stronger personality and character set, right? And so I think what's happened is that you were already in this kind of Ten of Swords stage right now, where you're really kind of a whole new person. You're not the person you were maybe even a couple years ago. And now you're starting to certainly get a lot of attention for your work and your craft. You're getting a lot of people keeping their eye, all of a sudden watching you. This could be very crow energy as well, because the crow is always watching, ever watchful for signs of, you know, the paranormal, the supernatural, what have you, other messages coming in. And it could be that people are just watching you to see what your talents bring. Some people are now asking to work with you. You know, you're just starting to recognize you as being a master in your field. And this is a great self-esteem booster, especially on the heels of this very long period of strife that you're just kind of putting a period behind and putting a line under, right? Someone, however, is coming into your life with a King of Swords. There will be someone like I want to say like a mentor who's really going to whip the new you into shape, right? It's and don't feel like, you know, you're now in for a whole nother bunch of hardship. This is all very positive whipping into the shape, not the kind of whipping you went through recently with this Ten of Swords. You're more confident, your creativity has increased, your mastery in your field has increased, but this person really wants to take you to task and really bring the best out in you, and so they're going to be quite stern with you and severe in a lot of ways, but they're going to be doing it in a way to get you to be the best you. This King of Swords could certainly be somebody at your job, it could be somebody in your family or someone close to you, but it's going to be someone who understands you mentality. They're going to be very close to your mentality, Gemini. Perhaps another air sign as well. But they're going to be very close to your unique mentality. And I don't mean Gemini, I mean, to whom whichever Gemini this resonates with. And even then, all of you are different. But each of you have your own King of Swords who's going to resonate with your mentality and your way of thinking. And so this is why you get along so well, and this is why you respect them. They're also able to help you with this transitionary period. You have moon energy coming in, Hermit, and the Emperor. This is going to be the last spread. So for some of you, you're going through a period of really kind of like learning about yourself. You're starting to experience emotions perhaps that you hadn't experienced before. You've gone through this really long period of self-realization and discovery with the Hermit card. Some of you may have been on your own for quite some time without a mate or without any friends. You may have been living quite a solitary life, right? But through that, you've really made a lot of progress in terms of understanding your own spiritual center and compass. But this week kind of harkens a bit of mystery, right? For some of you, you have an Emperor energy coming in. This could be a love mate coming in. I want to say a love connection or a soulmate or a lover coming into you. But you're just unsure, right? You're unsure about how to feel about this person coming in. If they're not a lover, they could just be a friend or someone at work. But whatever the case may be, they're kind of asserting their authority in your life. They're kind of asserting themselves, or rather inserting themselves into your life. And I think this week you're really kind of unsure about how you feel about it. You're also really unsure about their intentions. So it's a very moon kind of week for you, which is like a very shadowy, unsure, emotional, perhaps a little bit anxiety-ridden week because you don't know how they feel. You're not really sure of your own emotions. These are the fears and anxieties that we talk about when we talk about the energy of the moon card and how it can be quite disturbing or discomforting, unsettling, right? Because we have these fears about how our own feelings, and we have fears about other people's feelings. We have fears that they don't reciprocate our feelings, right? And so this week you're trying to figure out certainly what is this Emperor coming into your life, because this energy is very dominant and it's coming in out of nowhere. So heart-to-heart conversations and letting go of control issues, because it's your desire to control, which is making you feel, for some of you, which is making you feel like this energy is coming in and it's making you feel a little bit anxious because it, for momentarily, is taking kind of your control away. It almost feels like your control has been taken away because this person is so fiery, so domineering, right? And so kind of like they have such a presence, right? That you have to, by necessity, let go of control issues just to at least for you guys to be calm enough for you to figure out what they're doing in your life, lest you immediately clash heads. You know what I mean? All right, Gemini, this is your weekly reading for September 1st to the 7th. I do apologize for my voice. I've been talking all day and I'm starting to lose it. I've been doing readings back to back. But thank you so much. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please like, subscribe, and share so I can continue to grow this channel that I love so much and continue to provide readings to all of you out there whom I also adore and appreciate. But for right now, Gemini, this is your weekly reading, and I'll catch up with you next week. Bye-bye.